Hi Virgo, Amber here, Persephone Chinese Tarot. This is your love reading for November 2019. This is for you if you have your Sun, Moon, Venus, Ascendant or Descendant in the sign of Virgo, or even if you have a stellium in Virgo, or especially if you have Mercury in the 7th house, and it's ruled by Virgo, then definitely this reading will doesn't make sense. This reading will definitely be insightful for you, and there probably will be some messages, there'll be some resonation with it. Yeah, so if you are a Pisces rising, then you'll have a Virgo descendant. Okay, so whatever your rising is, your descendant is the opposite sign. So that goes again, if you are, say, a Gemini rising, then your descendant will be ruled by Sagittarius, and so on and so forth. So yes, that being said, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your likes, shares and subscriptions. I really appreciate it, and your comments. Apologies for having the first two videos, I think for this month, where I did Gemini and Libra and I kept saying October. Apologies, honestly, I do apologize. I may very well, for those of you that watch those videos, they were definitely for November, but I may very well do another bonus reading for Gemini and Libra once I've done these, just to kind of make up for it. Yes, please do check out visit my website, symbolsforliving.com. They've got lovely postcards on there that are really handy to keep around. You can buy them as a pack of 12, where you have one for each zodiac sign. You can keep them and send them whenever it's someone's birthday. It's really handy. You know, you're kind of they're quite unique. And I find that when I send them, people really appreciate them. So yeah, they're really cute. They've got the picture on the front, and then on the back they've got like a description of the sign and the correspondences, like the jewels and the colors, and whether it's a mutable sign, the number, correspondence, things like that. So little tidbits of information that your special Virgo or friend may find interesting about their star sign. You can also like write a little note there as well to say happy birthday. My friends always really like that because it's quite unique. So yes, I also sell mugs and things like that. You can also purchase readings on my website as well. So sorry for rambling on, but thank you. Just trying to promote the good work that I do, because I know that you guys will appreciate it once you head over to the site and take a look. So yes, getting started, we do have the infamous devil card centrally in the reading. So what are we dealing with, Virgo? I'm a Virgo, so what's going on? Is it that there's addictions that we're dealing with? Is it that there's really bad habits? Are we in a codependent relationship? Are we addicted to something? Are we obsessing about something? Or is there simply a hot Capricorn in our lives? It could be any of those things. But I do see here decision here with the 7 of Wands, and also with the 2 of Wands here, decision, and then conflict as well. Here, like inner conflict, inner turmoil, indecision, flux, change, arguing with yourself, not being able to decide on a direction. But it looks like Spirit is saying you will need to kind of this month, the main focus will be about giving yourself a focus, giving yourself direction, and deciding on a way forward. And it should be, ideally with the 2 of Wands, a way forward that expands you, that opens up your heart, that opens up your mind, that maybe challenges your body, or the mind body. You know, it challenges you, it inspires you, it takes you out of the box, out of your normal maybe comfort zone or box. There could have been things that you've accomplished already as well. Maybe it's that you need to branch out when it comes to your relationships, take a bit more risks. Maybe you're doing the same things over and over again in your relationship, and you pretty much maybe mastered it in some way, and it's time now to move forward, maybe to deepen the connection with somebody, with the Sun card here. Maybe Spirit is asking you to start being more honest with yourself and the other person. So you start to see the other person a lot more honestly, and they see you as well a lot more clearly, and there's this more clarity and honesty in the relationship, really kind of bearing each other's souls in a way, as a child would. You know, children walk around naked and they just don't care. In fact, they're quite proud of the fact that they're walking around with everything on show, and they're just feeling free and, you know, free-spirited. There's definitely that energy that might be needed this month for us to have that kind of daring, let's see, what happens if I step forward, if I branch out a bit, you know, how will, you know, it's all about kind of accepting and maybe even seeking new experiences, okay, but that will lead to some sort of clarity, honesty, and essentially, effectively, a closer connection with the Sun card here, especially in this deck. You see people face to face and naked, you know. So yeah, that's quite beautiful, really. So really seeing this person for who they are, branching out, trying new things to enable yourself to do that. And then we have the Death card, which is about taboo and obviously big changes and transformations. But we've got two cards here that are about taboo, or you know, maybe the more hidden parts of ourselves, maybe the more darker parts of ourselves. Maybe they need to be explored and maybe more honestly with each other, with your partner, to allow for transformation and growth. Death always brings about a new fertile ground for something new to grow in a more honest way. It cuts to the bone. It doesn't cut, you know, it doesn't beat around the bush. It doesn't like any fluff. It likes to get right to the core of a matter. So maybe those are the issues that, or that's the kind of energy that's with you this month. Also got the Two of Coins under that, which does talk about change and having fun with change as well. Taking the rough and the smooth, not taking things too seriously, but you know, allowing yourself to kind of juggle a new option that could be coming in, and maybe there is some hang-ups about that, or maybe it's to do with sex here with the Devil card, a deep bond as well, the Devil card, or maybe it's just a Capricorn. We do have the Queen of Pentacles here in the near outcome, and that could be you. So yeah, this could be you. It could be the Capricorn again that you continue to deal with as the month progresses in November. If I say October, please forgive me. It's because we're in October and my brain's just quite slow. So please bear with me. Yeah, we are talking about November though. So it could be in November that this relationship continues and it does become more solid and secure. I always see the Queen of Pentacles as more of a goddess energy. She's very receptive. She knows her value and her worth, and she really won't. She knows her worth, so there's no point in really trying to pull the wool over her eyes or try and sell her short or anything like that. She'll be like, no, I'm comfortable. I'm not moving anywhere. You're gonna have to make your way towards me. Because I know my worth. You'll have to, you know, if this is a person you're dealing with in the near future, you may be asking them to kind of show their worth. Maybe money's involved. Maybe, you know, there's some sort of financial kind of connection to this situation. And you're saying, well, I know my worth. And I'm not going to, I guess, do anything or commit to anything that I know is selling me short in some way. And you could be being quite stubborn about it, or you could be quite money focused as well. This is usually the sign of Capricorn, so it could be that you're very kind of focused on stability, money and finances. And you've got the Three of Coins as well in the near past. So again, this is about compromise, maybe discussing money, maybe compromising with someone about money. I don't know. Money's here. The Devil card is also talking about materialism, being too materialistic maybe as well. That could also be an issue in the relationship at the moment. But not really an issue. I mean, I usually see the Devil card as a warning, but it can also just mean a hell of a lot of fun. You know, if you're able to not get attached, like for instance, okay, this is going to sound really controversial, I know, but that's, you should be used to that by now with me. Every now and again I do say something a bit controversial. But yeah, it's kind of like, say for instance, you could take heroin. Okay, heroin is, I've never taken it, by the way. I'm sure most of you haven't. But say for instance, you could take it and it made you so high, but then you were able to like not take it again and it wasn't addictive. It's like the Devil card is like saying, if you know you can handle it, you can have the most fun. And it's that kind of thing. You have to be able to detach from something. And that's why it can be a warning. It's like, okay, can you handle this? Are you going to get addicted, or are you going to get materialistic, or are you going to get hooked onto something, or are you going to get obsessive? Are you going to take things too far and go to extremes? So But then it also talks about a bond, again, that bonding, that addiction, or that bond, feeling like you're so bonded to someone. So you could be obsessing about someone, or maybe someone's obsessing about you. Or maybe it's also materialism. It's so hard because it's quite a general reading, but hopefully some of the messages will resonate anyway. That's why I do kind of put everything out there. But with the Three of Coins here, it looks like there was some collaboration, some discussion, compromise about a joint project or goal. Maybe you're dealing with a group of people as well. Again, I'm getting like taboo situations. But compromise, discussion, working with others, working with your partner. Maybe you and your partner are laying the foundations of your relationship in a way. Maybe there's been a lot of discussion or commitments around being willing to compromise around certain issues as well in the relationship. And now maybe you're working together on this. But again, money is involved here. And security. But I would say that it probably is some sort of fair compromise or something like that, because everyone seems to have kind of been given their designated position, so everyone knows what they need to do to make this work. But it's very practical. There's not a lot of love or I mean, I've got the Three of Cups here, so there is some emotion, there is some actual bonding happening here for you internally. You do feel, I'm doing a reading. Do you need something?
Yeah, I need my pillows.
Okay, I'll get them. Sorry, one moment. Sorry about that. So yes, so yeah, there is some emotion here. I think definitely for you, this whole experience is working out to be like a bonding experience, maybe with you and your partner. So I think, yeah, you do feel like, you know, you're getting closer to them, or there's a bond, or maybe you're very focused on the emotional bond, getting to know this person more. Maybe there is a lot of drinking going on as well. So you may need to be careful about that, socializing too much, maybe compromising too much as well in a relationship. And that could be why this is about, okay, knowing your worth. You don't need to compromise. You don't need to compromise to the point where you don't know your value. Okay. And it looks like you will be kind of coming to that realization anyway with the Queen of Pentacles, so that's good. But usually this outcome is the best, most, you know, the most best, the best possible outcome. So out of all of this that's happening right now, this is the best possible outcome that the cards are showing us here. So we are looking at you maybe having challenges around maybe knowing your worth, compromising too much, maybe taking things too far with the Devil card here, and kind of having that balance. I think the threes always to me talk about communication because they relate to the third house, and also this is I think this is Mercury in Cancer, so yeah, talking about your emotions as well may be very important, and you may feel like you really want to talk about your emotions and how you feel, and really feel the need to communicate. This is what's driving this whole situation. You maybe you're trying to bond with someone, you're trying to get closer to someone, you're trying to establish a bond. And maybe the Devil card is saying maybe you're trying too hard, especially with the Queen of Pentacles here, asking you to kind of rein it in. See how she's sitting back, waiting quite comfortably, knowing that she's worth it and the right thing will come along at the right time, and she doesn't need to rush or compromise too much anyway. And then we see you here with Seven of Wands, where you are kind of saying, you know, your focus is, it looks like you're saying, no, I want to draw a line in the sand. I want to put up some defenses, or I want to maintain some sort of control or leverage in a situation. You don't want to, again, compromise too much. You don't want to compromise to maybe someone's trying to push you into something here as well with the Seven with these Wands. It's like you're backing away, you're saying, no, I don't want to do that, or no, I don't want to be involved with you, or I don't want to go out drinking so much, you know, I don't want to do these things, or I don't want to socialize, or whatever it is. Maybe you're very focused on keeping your standards here as well, and not compromising, because Again, you know your worth, and not only that, you know you're right, and you know what makes you happy, and you know what you need to feel satisfied. And yeah, it's like you know. This is also to do with pride and ego as well. Like you know you're again, you just know you're. It's like, yeah, you're too proud for this, or you're too. You know your worth. I wish I had better vocabulary. Sorry, guys. But yeah, you seem to be standing your ground here. You intend to stand your ground here on this situation. So we've got the Lover's card for your partner and the Five of Coins. So right now, your partner maybe is seeing that you're making a choice. They're seeing that you are, again, we've got sex again here. Sexual connection with the Death card, the Devil card, and the Lover's card. We are talking about something to do with sensuality, sex, even taboo subjects. I always say that with the Devil card and the Death card. Could be like, I mean, it could be transformation. It could be transformative. Like I said, with the Devil card, it's about whether or not you're able to handle the depth that maybe, you know, the depth of the situation, the potential depth of it. Like, can you go that far, or with the Devil card here, or is it too much of an extreme? Can you take yourself to an extreme and pull yourself back, or can you not? Would you become a slave to it? So, you know, maybe the sex is so good with this person, you know, and it's, you just feel stigmatized, or if you're a guy, you might just feel like, I just can't get enough of this woman. Like, she's just always draws me back in, or always has a hold of me because I've never had it like that before, or it's just so addictive. So it could be something like that as well. But sex definitely seems to be an issue with all these three cards. Your partner themselves, though, feels left out in the cold. They feel that they're not getting the time and the commitment from you that maybe they want. So they maybe really want you to make a decision. They want you to make a commitment either way. For them, it means a lot to them for you to make this compromise, maybe, because these threes here are talking about compromise, and again, Seven of Wands. And even the Two of Wands here, they are wanting this. They maybe are wanting this closeness. They may feel that it will bring you closer, that it will make you see each other eye to eye, this nakedness again. But they feel that maybe they feel they can't get close to you, that they left out in the cold in some way. This card can also talk about commitments, like being there through thick and thin, you know, through sickness and health kind of situation as well. So it could be a soulmate, but we are looking at change as well. So potentially they could feel that, you know, you may make a decision that will leave them out in the cold. That's how they may be feeling. But it looks like with the Lover's card here that they probably are hoping that there is a commitment here for both of you, especially with the Five of Pentacles here. They kind of would feel quite sad and quite empty maybe if you were to make a decision away, to be away from them. Yeah, it could be a Taurus that you're dealing with as well, Capricorn, like I said. And now we've now got Gemini. Capricorn's come out again. We've got Cancer, and I think that's Leo at the top there, and Aries here. Leo's come out again. So it could be a Leo you're dealing with, or Scorpio. Capricorn's come out again. So Capricorn's very strong in the reading. Taurus not so much. Cancer not so much. Leo a little bit. But definitely Capricorn and Leo. So we've got the Knight of Cups and the Temperance card, where they're coming from. So yeah, it looks like they genuinely do seem to have this emotional interest in you. They are quite the romantic at the moment. So in their mind, what you may not know, this person actually really cares about you, or is actually still very romantically interested in you and would like to take the relationship forward. They maybe even have plans for more romantic activities. This can also talk about communication as well. This person may be planning to communicate, but I feel like this person's got a very romantic outlook on the situation. They're hoping for reciprocity as well here with the Temperance card. yeah, this is definitely a male energy though. Someone who maybe is wanting to steer the direction of the relationship. Maybe not in a very forceful way, but maybe in possibly an emotionally manipulative way for some of you. Because we are looking at, I've often seen this as kind of emotional, like someone playing with emotions, to kind of get you into a position, to get you just at that right spot so they can, I don't know, do what they want in the relationship. Yeah, this is someone who just takes action though. Could be a Sagittarius, maybe a Sagittarius moon or something like that. But they could also be thinking, and not just reciprocity, but this emotional harmony. This person is actually really looking for emotional harmony, peace, balance. They want the dust to settle, you know. They may feel like everything's up in the air at the moment and they really would like peace, healing, balance to be brought into the situation and just harmony generally. And you know, as it's interesting because the Devil card, I think the Temperance card comes just before the Devil card, and in the tarot, number 14 is number 15. So it's like this person actually, as much as you may feel like it's an extreme, for them they are very focused, you know, personally on balance, on not taking things to extremes, you know. Interestingly enough, it's like contradicting the two energies here, that you may be kind of feeling this way about this person, that there is this kind of more extreme energy there, one way or the other, in whatever way, as I've previously described, that they are very balanced, and in fact they see the progress forward, or whatever they're trying to do here is actually bringing in balance for them, and emotional harmony for them. But I think they have got true kind of romantic feelings for you here. But I feel like there could be an age difference as well, because we've got the Queen and then we've got the Knight here. But I do, yes, this person could be kind of, like I said, more of a romantic and maybe not so much of a realist. Which is kind of in a way a good thing. I mean, a realist sometimes can just be really pessimistic, you know. Sometimes it's nice to have an optimist when it comes to love. So this person's got a lot of, you know, faith in love and hope in love, and yeah, they want to move things forward. They may want to travel to you as well. There may be travel involved here. These two cards both talk about travel. So maybe there's distance in the relationship too, and they would like to travel to you in order to kind of to create this emotional balance. That could also be why they feel left out in the cold here. Maybe there is an actual distance between you both. And maybe, you know, them not being around, maybe you're feeling a little bit like very focused on them, very obsessional maybe about them. Maybe you're having negative thoughts about the situation, you know, because you haven't seen them. But they're looking for you to make a decision. They feel like, or they feel like you're undecided. They don't feel like you've fully committed to this situation. And with the Three of Cups there, it may be that you're, and with the Seven of Wands, it could be something completely different. It could be that, you know, you feel that I still want to kind of keep it light. I still want to date other people. You know, I want to kind of not make it so serious here. And that could be what you're backing away from and defending yourself from, your freedom, you know, your independence of thought and direction and decisions. So the Devil card, you could feel kind of trapped at the moment. Feel like too much is being asked of you. In the past, we had the Six of Wands and the Strength card. So yeah, we're seeing Leo again here. So are we dealing with a Leo energy? It looks like there was some successes here. some restraint showed by this person, compassion. They could feel very proud to be with you. They could have felt very proud to be out and about with you. It's either you make them look good, or you boost their ego in some way, or maybe you saying yes to them, they felt like a winner. But they definitely felt very good in the past. But at the same time, were a gentleman, or were or if she was a woman, very gentle in her approach, and understanding and compassionate still. But this person may have really wanted to move things forward. And maybe maybe this was a compromise, and this person's really happy, feels successful, there's a compromise, but still knows that although there may have been some sort of commitment to a relationship or commitment to this compromise and working together, that it still was going to take some patience. It still was going to take some time for before they could fully maybe express themselves here. So there's still like success. They feel like, although maybe you haven't made a whole commitment here, like you haven't fully committed to maybe whatever they've requested, or haven't made a full commitment to the full compromise, or haven't actually acted out this compromise or actually put it into place. They could feel that still very happy with the fact that maybe you've had the discussion about it, or that it's a possibility. But right now they see that that it's a big decision for you either way, and they would really hope that you do choose them. We've then got the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Coins. So yeah, quick communication. This person intends to maybe again travel to you, put in the work here. This is the Virgo card. This is a Sun in Virgo. So they're very focused on you and very focused on the fact that you're taking this quite seriously. They could also be quite determined to talk you around. They're not going to give up on this idea. They just feel like they're hammering away slowly, at each coin here, chipping away, possibly at you, at the Virgo, with their own sword of what they're saying, to maybe make you back down. But this is also, someone possibly wanting to travel to you and have a discussion with you. Now, the Knight of Swords is maybe trying to prove a point. So they could be even argumentative, talk way too much, and just be very quick with what they're saying. You might best get a word in edgeways. And they are quite determined, it looks like, as well, with the Eight of Coins. They're not about to give up on this. They really want to be with you. So they would like to talk with you more about whatever this is, about the relationship and how much they want to work on it. But with some reason here, with the Seven of Wands, you're like, no. Maybe you feel like it's a toxic energy with the Devil card. You just feel like this is a bit toxic. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel in my element. Or you may feel this person too materialistic, or whatever. It could be so many things. But yeah. And we've got the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Wands, Chariot. So this area here is the best possible outcome, maybe towards the end of October, but this could happen all at the beginning of, November. If I ever say October, I mean November. But yeah, it could be that you experience these things maybe more towards, it could be, like I said, the beginning of November. This will all happen in one go at the beginning of November, and then this kind of is how it fizzles out towards the end of November, or fizzles out, whatever. So yeah. So we see you again here with the Queen of Pentacles. I see you kind of standing your ground, or at least still waiting for this person maybe to prove themselves, still considering that this offer or situation. However, also with the Queen of Pentacles, more traditionally, it is someone who she's quite powerful in her own right. She is a very sensual person, and she is about commitment. So maybe you do make this commitment to this person, to this Capricorn person, and with the Ace of Cups here and the Ten of Wands, this person feels that love begins here. So they're quite the romantic, but they also recognize that it may be a lot of hard work. Maybe you're making certain demands on them. They recognize this is new love, but also with anything that's worth it, it's going to be hard work. They may feel like it's a bit of an uphill struggle. But I also always see here with the Ten of Wands, someone who's not letting go of a situation, no matter how hard it gets. But they could also feel like it's not as fun as it used to be. Like it's all very serious now. Maybe you've laid down the law in some way in the near future. But either way, they're in love. A new love. There's potential for new love here. With the Ace of Cups, this person sees the possibilities. That could be what the Two of Wands is about. It's about the possibilities, what could be as well. So the same message is kind of reiterated there. But they could feel like, yeah, there's a beautiful new beginning budding, and they're not letting go of it. They want to see what comes of it. And then we've got the Chariot card here. You see where you're going now. You're very clear. And you're moving forward with strength and vigor. You're moving towards victory as well. You see that there are challenges, but you also are not letting go of the situation. You may find yourself being a bit controlling as well in this situation, wanting to make sure it goes in the direction that you want it to go in. Not letting yourself be pulled from left to right, but always kind of knowing your center, knowing where you're going. And I feel like you may even feel that this person is part of your destiny. And so you are also willing to work on it and also willing to be committed, but at the same time not compromise too much. You're still looking for your own personal victory in the situation. And then we've got the Four of Wands and the Empress. So they do see you possibly as their wife, going forward, the mother of their children. They could see you as very beautiful as well. It could be a Libra that you're dealing with now as well. This is another major arcana, or a Cancerian. Cancer could be here. It could be so many signs, right? But it could be that there is a commitment here. There is a kind of this move from the threes into the four, you know, and then we've also got a three here as well. But she talks about stability, permanency, longevity, abundance, love, romance, the feminine energy as well, luxury, comfort, feeling at home, these two cards. So this person does definitely feel, I think, very happy as the month goes on in November, as you move through these challenges, maybe as you do make this decision here with the Two of Wands. Yeah, it looks like when you finally do make this decision, which it looks like the best outcome is you actually making this commitment with the Queen of Pentacles, to be honest with you. And also knowing your worth. Okay, so it's the issue of compromise comes up a lot here, so that's why the Queen of Pentacles is like, okay, you can compromise, but know your worth. And the Five of Wands also talks about the need for a compromise, the need to step back and to see what your joint goals are, and not to fight against each other. So again, and the Two of Coins as well, talking about it, again, it's like all about compromise, finding that middle ground. And with the Temperance card here as well, it's very much about finding that middle ground, and the Chariot card. So I think you are being encouraged to find that middle ground, that sweet spot where you're both happy with whatever compromises need to be made in the relationship this month. And it will lead to a lot of, I think, positivity and new beginnings as well. And happiness and comfort. Togetherness. We see a soulmate connection here as well. Again, soulmate connection with the Empress card. And also with the Lovers card and the Devil card, that would indicate a soulmate connection as well. And we've had quite a few twos. Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. even the Chariot card to me and the Temperance card, they all say to me soulmate connection. So, and we had the Sun card as well. So I feel this is someone that's quite important in your life, and is probably a soulmate in some way, shape, or form. You know, you could even be going to their home, traveling to their home, their hometown, and it may be, you know, it may really become official. They may really feel like you're their wife. So maybe this person's proposed to you, you know, and you're like, I'm not too sure I want to be like totally chained to you with the Devil card there. You maybe still want a bit of time, but it looks like this person wants something quite serious with you, and they're very happy about it, about moving things forward. Now, interestingly, we then have the Five of Swords for you going forwards. This is about you, again, maybe not trusting this person. Maybe you feel this person's being selfish, or maybe this is you being selfish. Maybe you're looking after your own needs in some way. So there is some selfishness that comes in here. A feeling of defeat as well, possibly for you or the other person, but I think it's the other person. But this to me talks about a lack of trust in a situation. So it looks like you don't, maybe something happens, maybe this person says something, maybe there's an argument between you, and you start to lose faith in this person. Maybe you see another side to them that's quite selfish, and that kind of puts you off and makes you defensive. This is an Aquarius card, I believe. You could be dealing with an Aquarius as well. And it could be that if it is an Aquarius you're dealing with, it's probably going to be, they're going to be an early Aquarius, like the first 10 days of the Aquarian sign. And you may just find them to be quite cold as well. But then we have got the World card and the King of Swords. So again, we are confirming this air sign person come in. It could be a Libra here with the Empress card as it moves on. And maybe this could signify an end to a cycle. You know, maybe you decide for some reason, you might just, I mean, it looks really happy here. But maybe at some point, maybe you get cold feet. You don't trust this person and you decide to wrap things up, and, you know, this person's left just with their sword. So maybe there's an argument. So be careful of that. That could be a warning as well, that there could be an argument that causes the cycle to end quickly or before it starts. But it could also mean that you cut out other people and you start to really focus on yourself. And this could be, you know, this King of Swords person, and you could actually kind of develop this relationship and you kind of start this whole new cycle. And then we've got the High Priestess here, which does talk about someone that is solitary and keeps a lot of her cards close to her chest. So it's a really interesting reading. But this is also the sign of Virgo for me as well. Spirit knows that. So it could just be, again, you're focused on yourself. Maybe you're keeping secrets from other people. The Five of Swords can also be that. Even the Seven of Swords is more about secrets. But it could be that you're kind of keeping things to yourself with regards to the relationship. Maybe as the relationship blossoms, you're not talking about it much. You know, you're not sharing that information, especially with the High Priestess here. However, your partner feels the Five of Cups and the Moon card. So it feels like there's some sort of loss and regret. So I don't know if there's an argument that happens that then makes you pull away, and then it kind of leads to this very insecure energy for your partner. But yeah, I think there's going to be challenges that you guys both face, possibly in the near future. But then we've got the King of Rods here for you. So you end up actually feeling quite empowered by the situation, and know you feel more self-directed, like you know where you're going, your confidence is soaring. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe this person says something, they argue with you about something, or maybe they're just not very affectionate or something like that. With the Five of Swords being the first decan of Aquarius, it can be more detached, you know. This person maybe wants that emotional connection with you and feels quite out of sorts. Maybe as well, there's like with High Priestess and the Moon card, there's things that are hidden, things that aren't clear. Maybe you get cold feet with the situation. But it looks like here, if you had cold feet at one point, you get a lot braver about it. And you start seeing exactly where you want to go. Let's go ahead and pull 2 more cards to see what this is about. So yeah, in November, and this is just November, we have to remember that as well to keep it in perspective. It's all about decisions. You've got another 2 that's come out. So you've got the 2 of Coins, the 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. So it's all about decision and change. I think you're more confident about how you're moving forward after this argument. I feel a lot more empowered. Again, your confidence may be soaring. You may be focused on your business as well. I think there's this selfish energy, like you're self-focused. But either way, your partner then feels more enamored by you, I feel. But is conflicted as to whether or not to make contact, to reach out. They may feel like you've blocked them out, but they would like to make contact, you know. Then you've got you here, maybe being patient, waiting for this person to make contact. And you may actually reflect on everything that's happened so far and wonder if, you know, it's worth re-looking at, getting re-involved. Is there more that could have come from this situation? So there could be a lot of ups and downs. Maybe you make a decision to kind of avoid this commitment, you know. But later on start to think to yourself, maybe I could have been a bit braver. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and clarify this in the extended. These are all possibilities. I mean, sometimes these cards come out and it's like Spirit saying, no, you don't need to pull any more cards, it's fine. And I go ahead and pull more. So, I mean, this could be just a whole nother story, or talking about a whole different aspect of the relationship. So yeah. I'm going to leave it there because it's 43 minutes. I'll see you over on Gumroad for the extended. I'll be pulling clarifiers with the Rider-Waite. And I'll also be using the Mirror Love Oracle deck to look at the strengths and weaknesses of the relationship and overall lessons that you're learning. And I'll also be pulling cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck to get some more clarification from Spirit, okay? So we'll look at this further over there. Please go to my website, symbolsforliving.com, to find these amazing products that I'd love to share with you. And also to book your own personal reading. I also do live Skype readings as well, if that's what you're interested in. Take good care. I love you all. Bye-bye.